We are live. Looks
Hi,
like
everyone.
looks like we got a couple in there. Jennifer, Northern Girl Hobbies, welcome. You were early, half an hour early, girl. Maybe you just clicked on it and let it be. And Rhonda, going to bed early. Hard day with your husband.
Hi, everyone.
Sorry to hear that. Hopefully he's doing all right. I know there's a lot of stuff going on around, so hopefully you two are still with us.
Yeah, one with us.
One with us. Where's one with us. Maybe they signed off. So we'll wait and see. It looks like we got. There you go. There's Lisa.
Yep, got it.
Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate that. We're gonna get a couple other folks hooked up so that we've got someone full time, or at least one person always here. But we appreciate you. It sounds like you were busy. Doing a lot of stuff today. So we just got in. Holly just got out of the shower.
Got some major weeding done today, though. That was good.
I got some planting done and we got a nap in. I'm beat. It's one of those, I'm sure everybody feels the same. And Lisa texted us. She had some 50-pound bags of rice and 50 pounds of beans that she's setting aside. Man, you're going to be set for January, February, and March, not just the $50 February. It's going to be the no dollar winter or something. I don't know who else. We got a couple in here right now. And tonight might be, we'll see. Tonight might be really thin with the Independence Day holiday. I did invite some other folks, so we shall see.
Yeah, I know there's different places around here actually doing their fireworks tonight. So
not St. Peter, right?
No, not okay. St. Peter, but in Shakopee and.
Okay, I'll have to. We got to buzz my mom.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're on here. Maybe you can let us know what you've been up to this weekend. We'll see if we can get others to join. There we go. A couple other. Krubby the Beagle. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome aboard. And Kim, good evening. Hopefully you're doing good. How are the chickens? They keeping you running? Hopefully everybody's doing all right with them. We
just moved our little girls into their new home for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, for the next couple of months and see what we can get there. I guess we got a couple others, but I know Rhonda and Jennifer, Northern Girl Hobbies, were in very early, but it sounded like they needed to jump out. So maybe they had some things that they needed to attend to and be back in here. So Krubby, what you been up to? Digging up things, running around, having fun. And Kim, you got to tell us about the chickens and what's been going on there. Like Holly said, we moved our girls, so we got a video coming out. It's like 8-part, just trying to catch 40 2-month-old chickens. Sounds simple.
No,
it's
anything but.
It's not. There you go, Lori. Hello. Some more Minnesota. Let's see what weeding and still watering. Yeah. You know what? We don't have the air on, and we were just talking about it. We got some windows open, and we're moving air. We need the air on tonight. Yep. It's gonna be
muggy.
It's gonna be muggy. So sitting in the air and crocheting. There you go. Holly's. That's why she's looking down. Holly's.
That's what I'm working on. Still my blanket.
Holly's doing that. Yeah, Kim. I bet you yours. I mean, you're in that phase where it's like every day you see growth, and it's unreal. Oh, and there's Dawn. Welcome, Dawn. Listening on your phone outside. Hopefully you're doing well. I didn't realize Dawn put out a video, I think it was Saturday, but she got up on the top of her hill. She had some storms and stuff, and got up on the top of her drive, and what a view! I mean, we've got a good view, but wow, you've got a heck of a view, Dawn. So I'm jealous of that. You can probably see for 10 miles at least, so it's pretty good. Hey, Gwen, let's see. Our hair's been on for about 3 months. You know what? 2 days now we've had it off.
Yeah,
It's
because
been,
it's been 75, 80 during the day and then down in the mid 60s at night.
yeah, when it's sitting in the 60s, wow, it's gorgeous. Last night was, you're so used to the heat. That first night of like 60,
Feels cold.
you wake up and you're like, wow, it's chilly out. Well, it's not. It's just been nice. It's nice, and we moving. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
You win.
yep.
You win, Gwen. Oh my.
That was us last week.
Yeah, today was actually we had overcast, and I bet you we got another 10 sprinkles today. So
Yeah, it was
it went around us.
mid 80s.
Went around us yet again. So I just don't get it. Oh, Dawn, you're sitting up on top of the hill.
Nice.
It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous view up there. Unreal. And I didn't realize you had quite that view, that you were just off the top. So that's unreal. Yeah. You know what? I think, Gwen, when you get, you probably have 10 times more humidity than we have. And I can't imagine just having it be that soupy, or however you want to explain it. But we've had some days where, and for us, you get those muggy days, and then all heck breaks loose with Mother Nature. We'll get a cold front come through, and that's when
we get some fun storms.
Skywarn, the spotters get dispatched to different areas, and all the counties go on alert. And oh man, it's tough. So, have you been out doing anything, or just relaxing inside, trying to bring it all in? We've been outside, and even with 80 degrees, I was moving dirt and moving manure, and I was beat.
Yeah.
I was beat just planting stuff. So tonight's going to be a relaxing night. Very dry. Humidity is low. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad it is, because 101 with humidity, that would just get ugly for us, for me. We were, we'll give away some of our video coming up, and we moved the girls. We were saying moved our girls, and oh, you're going to go out and water the garden? Okay. Just getting all the girls used to their new area was pretty interesting, and just trying to get everybody to figure it out, and it takes them a few days. Hi, Lacey. There you go. We're glad you made it as well.
Yeah.
Wondering if Lacey's down in Oklahoma. So
Okay.
do you have the high heat tonight, like Gwen did down in Texas? When we were down in Oklahoma, it was nonstop wind. But just wondering if you've got the temps to go with with the wind down there, or if things have calmed down in your area. We were talking the girls, trying to get them used to their new surroundings, and even today, they feel safe, but I don't know how to describe it. They're all kind of in the back corner.
Yeah, they're just still not sure of their surroundings, still trying to figure it out. They're all huddled together. And so I tried to scurry some of them outside of the coop, the run area, a little bit.
Come on out. There's a little breeze. Get out here, and come on, girls. Come and see what else there is to do. I don't know. They're going to get used to it. The one thing, we have one roosting bar, or just kind of a bar outside in the outdoor coop, and it's only an 8-foot board up on the wall, so that they can sit out and do it. Inside, there's 3 8-foot roosts inside the coop. It's lit. So last night we're helping them, get in and trying to encourage them to go in the coop. Out of 40, 26 were on that 8-foot bar outside, and they slept there all night. So,
Well, this is within the protected run area, so it's pretty bulletproof, pretty predator proof. So they can enjoy the sleeping outside and not have to worry about predators getting to them.
yeah. Now here, speaking of damage, so let's see. Nick made a tree blew over in a propane tank.
Ooh.
Unreal. Without bad luck, you guys would have nothing. Unreal. If you guys want to see how fun weather can be in Minnesota, go check out Larson Farms. They're in the western part of our state. Tornadoes, straight line winds, probably a combination of both. But the amount of damage, I can't imagine what your insurance person.
Well, especially this year.
Yeah, and it's all gone around us. It really has. We've been lucky, actually, both last year and this year. But Nick, you guys watching those videos and just having to take down tank after tank and your big grain bins, and I don't know the right wording and stuff, but they've all shifted, and debris out in the field and all the water. I feel for you, man. Our thoughts are with you guys as I watch those videos. You shake your head, and I don't know if there's anything we can do. I don't know if there is, but if there is anything we can do, let us know. Kim, you know what? We lost a girl the other day, and I'm still kind of analyzing, trying to figure it out. Took a bunch of pictures, and could have been a predator. I saw it tonight. I was out watering, and the swallows chased off a hawk. Not a big one, but so probably not one that would take out any of our girls, whether big or small. But our coop itself is, it's one of the first videos we ever did, but you'll see it more and more in the next few videos with the young girls. The run itself, the coop is inside the run, and the run is 14 by 18, about 7 feet tall. It's got a formal roof on it, the whole thing. It's got chicken wire.
Half-inch metal fabric.
Metal fabric. I keep saying chicken wire. Metal fabric.
Between 2x4s.
Yep, stapled right between 2x4s all the way around. So it's as if you got 4x4 construction with that mesh running right through the middle of it. It's sitting on 1 foot by 9 inch by 6 inch blocks. That's more than that. And those are dug down. And then on some of it, we've got metal fabric in the ground. I feel that is barring, I don't know what it would take to get in there. They'd have to dig way down in some areas and come up
they really have to be working hard to get in there.
And I would think that the girls would make such a stink that we would hear them. It's probably 50 feet from our bedroom. So we would hear if something was going on out there.
Yeah. Kim wants you to come build her one.
Oh yeah. You know what? I can sure help you. Well, it's my married name. There you go. Okay. Yeah. We've got plenty of relatives in Minnesota. I think you were talking to someone else. The hardware cloth, putting it down, and then what we did was we had those blocks, and before we put the block in, we put the fabric and then just laid the block on it and leveled the block, then built the run,
walls.
Started with the coop and then built the walls around on that. So it was the exact 14 by 18. So tried to, you can see the construction. We're trying to follow the 3-foot fabric on the walls and all that, just to try to not have to cut that metal fabric. It's really sharp. And I did cut myself quite a bit. Hey, Mark, Little Ridge Farm, welcome. Glad that you could join us. Let's see. Hey, Gwen, I'm the family genealogist too. That's one thing. I haven't done it in a little while, but I love poking around and finding people. We're in Minnesota, near Carver, Minnesota, is only, I don't know, 15 miles away or so, 20 at the most. And some of I found some of the ship's records, and some of my Swedish ancestors left Sweden and came to Karavara, Minnesota. Carver. How the heck did they hear about Carver? So, who knows? And Lisa jumped in as mod tonight. Glenda. So hatching chicks.
Oh, sounds like fun.
So Lisa, thank you for doing this. Glenda has an anniversary today, so we'll leave it at that. She's making dinner, and she's got something better than watching my ugly mug and watching Holly crochet. So let's see. Oh, use some on your brooder. Kim used some. It's sharp, so that's why we kept it at 3 foot and kept the beams on the wall 3 foot, and that way we could just lay it down, staple it, put the next one on, put the next 2x4s on, screw them in, and didn't have to cut it.
We only had to worry about cutting the length, not anything else.
Yep. Otherwise, that just I didn't, and I still cut myself a couple times. So well, let's see. You did. Where's the? See if I can click on that, Mark. Mark, you beat Chuck here. There you go. Congratulations, Linda and Chuck. Yep. I think tonight, we appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Yeah. It's a tough weekend to do a live, and so I just am happy that everybody made it. What's everybody got for plans this weekend? Anybody?
Look at the Wind and Wheat life. Everybody's doing different stuff.
Listening while milking my goats. There you go.
Love it.
There's never, I don't know, Lacey, never a lack of things to do. We were just out weeding and watering, and there you go. My kind of people. That's what I've been thinking about it this weekend a little bit, just as I've been going about my daily chores, and Holly's been working on all sorts of stuff inside and cooking things, and she did a ton of cleaning today, but I've been outside. But you know what, Independence Day weekend, and we're just thinking about kind of something funny with all our British viewers, and trying to do something funny. And I thought, nah, we don't need to do anything funny, but just how I love being independent out here. Not that I'm totally, I'm dependent, but absolutely love being independent out here. And there's something about Independence Day, and it kind of just rings true with being a homesteader and having your own place, and trying to the $50 February and some of that, provide your own food and all that. So I don't know, there was something that rung true. I don't know if that rings true with everybody else, but you know what? I describe the video. Look for our coop. If you can't find it, send me a note, Kim. But there's something about, I do describe how we put it in there, and you can see it. And even on our video of our construction of our indoor coop in the pole barn, we use the same philosophy: 3 foot chunks of the wall, and use the fabric within double 2x4 sandwiched together. So
so he would make the 3 foot frames. We'd roll out the fabric, and he would staple it down, and then the other side of the frame would go down, and then get screwed in. And so he had that. And
then we had an 18-foot length, and then we'd have to pick it up.
Yeah.
My God, double 2x4 walls, 18 feet by 7 feet with hardware cloth.
That's heavy.
Wow. We did it, but
think we had some help on a couple of those.
Yeah, I think we did too. That was and the joke in there is our that was our first stimulus check way back, right? I mean, we bought right before
Oh, yeah.
COVID hit, and the stimulus checks, we were still working and all, so thought, what the heck? So that was our money for nothing and our chicks for free. But get the drum and cymbal. That's what made the coop. We put that money into it. Let's see, gonna do weed fabric. I can't keep grass growing.
I know. I was pulling some of that stuff out today too. It's nasty.
Oh, it's tough. Yeah, there it is. Crabgrass.
Yeah.
I was putting in some new mounds for squash and stuff today, and I was burning the area out, then putting the dirt, then the manure, then planting. And that burning that crabgrass, I was pulling some by hand, but darn it. Oh, geez. Well, heading to Phoenix. That's awesome for next Wednesday for a week. There you go. If you're not hot enough, go to Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's dry heat. Belinda and Chuck.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Celebrating 30 years by canning tomatoes. I did check the Hallmark. Hallmark used to put out one of those cards, and 25 is your silver, and different anniversaries. I do think that in the modern Hallmark little card, the 30-year anniversary is canned tomatoes. I think it used to be like cloth or something, more of a traditional wedding, but now it's canned tomatoes. So congratulations on your canned tomato anniversary. Tomorrow is our 1-year anniversary of getting engaged. So there it is. I caught her in a weak moment during fireworks, and she said yes. So worked on the house, painting.
Oh.
I hate painting. I do. I got a friend who loves painting, and I always just get stakes and stuff out and say, Todd, come on over. And he would help paint. I hate painting. It's something about it. And then you're rolling on the wall, and then you've got like this muscle right here that you never use. And then it's totally hurting for days. I hate it.
Going to sleepy eye. Sounds like fun.
Shoot me the address. I'm up for a little barbecue. We threw some steaks on last night on the grill, and
those were good.
Baked potato, some broccoli. That was
the only thing I forgot was the mushrooms.
You shouldn't have said that. Now I got to go find another couple of steaks and. Let's see. Yeah, Lisa, thank you again for doing that. Found 7 turtles. Oh, fun. Did you find them naturally or in Minnesota? My last house in the suburbs was by a pond, and somewhere mid-June was the time when all the painted turtles came out, and you knew that there'd be like a 3-day period where you would see turtles walking around, and then they would stop in the middle of your yard, start digging, and they'd lay eggs. It was their time to lay eggs. So did you find these naturally, or were these ones that came from the turtle store or something?
Crossing the roads.
Crossing the roads. All right, there you go. They're out heading around. So if you got to watch, they might start digging down into the ground, and you'll end up with a bunch of turtle eggs. There you go. Canned tomatoes. Chuck, you old romantic, you. Who says candles and silver and jewelry are a way to a woman's heart? Canned tomatoes and ball lids and
ball jars and lids and yes.
Honey, I found some jars. Oh, I love you, dear.
I'm with, is that Gwen? Broke cowgirl?
Where?
Yeah.
This one?
Yes. I'm the same way. I hate moving everything to paint, but I really do enjoy painting just to see the change and the transformation.
Have at it, kid. Next time we need it, it's all yours. I love doing stuff outside. Indoor stuff, not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much. I'm not. Go stopping across the road. And yeah,
Yeah.
Dawn, I think it's they're trying to spread their DNA around, and the one time we did have a big turtle, and I'm talking this thing was it was probably 2.5 feet long, about 18 inches wide. It sat off the ground probably 9 inches. It was a snapping turtle. It could have taken my hand off, I bet.
Yeah.
And it walked right through our yard. And I thought, you know what? I'm not a big fan of snapping turtles. They take out a lot of ducks, and
They're not pleasant.
I had merganser houses and wood duck houses and stuff, and you knew that the snappers were taking out stuff. But there's no way I could have stopped that thing. It was a monster. I couldn't believe how big they get. So, a tortoise
I've
escaped the other day. Found it 3 miles away.
How long was it gone? How long did they lose it for it to get 3 miles?
No doubt. That if it moved that fast, you got to get in the Oklahoma races with Lacey. I want to see that. Holy smokes! 3 miles away. Yeah, let us know how long it was gone. At one point we had so many. You talk about the different turtles, Lacey. We had turtles, and we did number them. We when the kids were young, we caught them. We numbered them, painted it on their shell on top, weighed them, and then the next year we tried to find them. We found a couple. You could just see how much they had grown in a year, and if they were. We just made notes. It was kind of a fun little science experiment. So if you number these and you put them all in a pond, maybe next year you can go back to the pond and see if you can find them. There you go. Just had the 4th chick hatch.
All right.
Lisa, these are chickens, right? These aren't turkeys. Aren't these chickens that are replacements for the ones who passed the spring? Fill us in on what breed they are and all that. I'm sure there'll be a video coming out.
Yep.
And I love watching those. I don't know what it is. If everybody's like me, there's someone Misty Dawn Akers. Welcome. I think this is the first time I've bumped into you. If you don't mind, put your name and where you're located. If you don't mind, put that down below. I'd love to find that out. But I don't know if everybody else is like me. I'm a sucker for little chick videos. Little chicken chicks and turkey chicks and stuff they're hatching, and then watch those little fuzz balls bounce around and
the little ping pong balls.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for that stuff. So. Right there. We have alligator snapping turtles here.
Oof.
200 pounds. Oh.
Yeah.
This one probably weighed 50 or 60 pounds, the one I'm talking about. I can't imagine. Oh, my. That'll take your leg off. That'd take down, good size pets, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. You paint them. There you go. Lacey's got the true painted turtles then.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody watch for Lisa's channel. She got chicks hatching. She might put the Yogi Hollow on the watch list.
Check Instagram.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah. Lisa's not like me. Something happens, I go grab the camera and yeah, she'd rather be out there working with the animals. That was my thing with Lisa's pigs coming due here in a month. I'm like, oh, you're gonna have a camera here and do this? She's like, no, we're gonna help the pigs deliver their piglets. And yeah, that's smart. Yeah, posting on Instagram later. Good. Then there you go. Then we know what's going on. Okay, it is Misty up near Holly. Well, welcome. We're down near Henderson. We've got some other Minnesotans on here as well. Just a good mix of people all around the country. So welcome, Misty. Thanks for joining us. Okay, Lisa's gonna be right back. She's got to go eat, and we'll watch the post links. Thank you again, Lisa. We were talking earlier that we had moved our girls, and just the funniness of, they're used to being inside the coop in the pole barn with the bigs. And yesterday we caught all 40 of the littles and moved them out to their own coop so they're getting bigger, but they can't combine quite yet. And also they have different food, and theirs doesn't have as much calcium in it. And I don't want the bigs eating their food, which they would. If I combined them, the bigs would be in there eating all their food, and it wouldn't be good for egg laying. So we said, you know what, time to move. Gardening Warrior, welcome. Listening and lurking, welcome. I don't know if you mind posting your name, but we'd love to find out. But Eastern Washington, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you tuning in. It's fun to see some new people. So we moved the girls, and just getting the young girls used to the new coop, and they don't know to go up. They have a little ramp, and we've got a light on in there. Some of them walked up and checked it out. Others wanted to sit in the corner outside and huddle all together. And they did that last year and the year before. All the girls have done that. So we just went over, picked them up, and put them inside. Let me put my hand.
We put them on the roost.
And just put them on the roost. And some jumped down, and then
just kind of figured it out.
And tonight it'll be fun. Maybe when we're done with the live, we'll go out. I'm having a very, very nice beer. Maybe we'll sit outside, cool down, and just watch and see what the girls do. It is fun. I think by the second or third night, they'll get it. So we'll see. See if there's 26 outside again tonight, or if there's 10, and the rest of them are inside fighting it out. And last night was the first time. Now they're 9 weeks old, and it was the first time I saw one peck at the other. Usually they'll use their body to move the others around. Last night there was one that was just get out of my space, and she was going to town, and the other one jumped off, obviously. But it was like, okay, you're going to be one of the leaders. I don't know.
Yeah. Because it's got more protein versus the calcium.
Okay. We've been sticking, just so we don't have two foods, because I never know who's eating what. When ours, they don't all go to molt at once. At least ours didn't. Oh my. They just were molting at any time they wanted to. We got a bunch of the Grubterra soldier fly larvae, high in calcium, high in protein, and then just kind of pulled the girl aside who's molting, or the ones that are molting, and gave them
treats.
Hey, here's a handful, and they could go to town every day and try to get them that protein that way. There's 30 different strategies for getting through molt, and we've got some that it seems like they're doing a partial molt right now. So
just trying to figure it all
out. That's what I was gonna say. I'm learning. I feel like I've got a good handle on chickens, but then other stuff comes up, and I don't have a clue. I don't on stuff. So I'm watching videos. I'm asking questions of other people that might have the same breed. That's where it is fun. This community is great for exchanging information. I get a lot of questions. We get a lot of questions. Hey, what do you guys do about this? But I'm out there tapping other people. Hey, here's what happened. And here's one for you guys. I'm out there today, and we had some girls kind of battling for nesting boxes. We had a couple broken eggs. Like, darn it, I hate that. I'm all about the production, and we've got people who want to buy eggs, and we need production. Well, the girl, 2 broken eggs today because they were fighting over stuff, and at the same time, then they get egg all over 2 other eggs. So if I wash them, I can't sell them. So we keep those. So now I'm down 4 eggs. Like, darn it, girls. But at the same time, I look over, and one of our sapphire gems is limping, like she didn't want to walk. So something happened there. So I don't know if she was in our tree and jumped out and landed. Funny, we had one dislocate her hip last year, and we had to put her down. I don't want to do that again. This is a big sapphire gem who I
Yeah.
think and she got in the box and sat in there for quite a long time and did lay an egg, but she was hurting.
She can get around better than the one that from last year. So she's up and moving around, but she's having a little.
It's a heavy limp, so we're going
Yeah.
to put her on heavy watch just to see what goes down. I don't know if anybody else has had stuff like that. It really looks like a hip thing again, but not as bad.
Something.
I don't know if there is spraining it. Holly picked her up. It's not something on the bottom of her feet. You know, we thought, let's give her the once over a couple times. Check the pads on her feet. You know, did she have bumblefoot? Anything? Nothing looked loose as far as bones or any of that. You know, I noticed when you moved her a little bit, so it could be a muscle thing. Maybe she got a heavy pec from someone else. I don't know if people are. Thank you. We put out enough chicken content. I just try to think of the stuff that we would have asked 3 years ago, and there you go. You're the crazy chicken lady. We're kind of in our little immediate area, we're the crazy chicken people. So it's you kind of get that after a while.
Yeah, but our neighbor loves it. She calls them her therapy chickens. So
she'll come over and say hi and check them out, and or they'll go over to her house. She's got a good sized dog that looks like Lassie.
She's got a big collie.
And that dog, you know, I said, if the girls go across the street, send Disney. That's the dog's name is Disney. Send Disney out after the chickens and see if you know, that'll scare them enough to stay. Well, I think Disney's more scared of our chickens than the chickens are.
She doesn't even pay him any attention. She's just like, whatever.
The chickens know that if they cross the road, they know when they're in trouble. It's when we notice and we get out the red broom. We've got a red broom, and we'll go out there with that broom in hand. You know, the broom part, and we'll
them.
Help them. You know, you appear a lot wider when you've got the broom in your hand. So I need to reach the right way. When you get that broom in your hand, you're a lot wider, and you can kind of use it to corral them. But if they don't want to cross the road, I'm not afraid to just a little swat on the backside and
a little lift.
Give them a little lift, help them across the road. So, but for the most part, yeah, total therapy. Lacey, I couldn't agree more. Sitting out last night, it was a gorgeous night. The bugs, because we haven't had a lot of rain, not a lot of bugs out. The girls are getting settled in their new coop. We've got a really nice beer, just relaxing, enjoying a beverage, chitting and chatting. Sun's going down. I love that. Oh, Steph and Chris. Yeah, welcome.
The grass always looks greener on the other side.
I did the chicken because they wanted to get over to our neighbor's house. They're an arm extender. Yes.
Exactly.
I have shown that a chicken can fly the entire length across the road with the help of a broom. Sometimes it gave it a little bit of a.
But some of them have gotten to the point now where they even see us coming and they run back into our yard.
They don't see us coming; they see the red broom coming. It really is how to get them used to certain things. Like, you know, we said the whistle. You know, we did a video with the whistle, and they come running. You know what? That red broom, they've become, at least the older ones, they've become conditioned to know that there's some serious stuff going down if Dad's running around with the broom. And if Dad's running after me and he's got the broom, I better hightail it.
I'm someplace I'm not supposed to be.
It's feedback, yeah. Oh, it's Dawn, you seem too nice. You don't get mad at your chickens. I can't imagine yours get too
Have
bad.
Have a good night, Dawn.
Dawn's jumping out?
Yeah.
Okay, see you later, Dawn. Enjoy the view up there, and have a good Independence Day tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful day there where you are. Let's see. What's everybody else up to then? Probably Krubby is not enjoying the Independence Day down there, but I don't think don't know if Jennifer, I can't think of her channel. Sorry, but Jennifer's up in Canada. So yesterday was Canada Day. So hopefully that was an interesting celebration, a lot of fun. I don't know the traditions of Canada Day, so if that's an independence celebration or not. But tomorrow, I don't know. We're going to be hopefully. Now, I think I said this last week, but hopefully
finishing up.
done planting. I've got all the mounds, I think, ready. I got to put down one piece of plastic or garden fabric, then the zucchini and yellow squash, another piece of fabric. There's a couple other seeds I got to plant, some squash. And then we're done.
For the row broccoli, we're going to replace.
Yeah, Holly's been working on some stuff. What were we going to put in?
We're going to try some bok choy.
Bok choy. Our Heather, I can't think of her, down in Kentucky. Darn it, I'm bad with channel names. I'm learning everybody's name and then forget the channel. But she said, since I was planting and it was near 100 degrees, that it was all going to bolt, and she was right. So.
Yeah.
Darn it. What do we got here? They learn where they're supposed to be, where they're not supposed to be. Take advantage of the gates open. Yeah. We don't have a gate. So they are truly free ranging. And free ranging could be just so they come home at night, I guess. Yeah. That's the whole thing. We've got our garden, and then I'm planting behind our garden. We've got about a 10-foot buffer between us and the cornfield, and I'm putting some stuff back there. And to keep the girls from doing the end around the garden to get back to the other stuff while it's still tender, I put some fencing, talked to the farmer with the corn, and I took some cattle panels and extended the fence out into the corn about 15 feet. I'm out there watering tonight, and Holly goes, hello, chicken out back.
Yep.
Watched her. It's one of Holly's naughty sapphire gems. Walked right up to where the fence was, walked right around it. I don't know what you can do. I guess truly fence everything in, but then I'd have a fence right on the border, and the farmer's got heavy implements coming by, and we'd be in trouble at one point.
From the garden and all the way out to the road.
Yes, we're looking to fence in the entire yard. I don't know what we do right at our driveway. What we can do there. I don't want to put a big motorized gate or anything, but
I don't know. Have to do something. Or if anybody has like any electric fence ideas, if that works for
chickens
or not. I've heard that it does.
Yay. I'm not the only one planting. You scared me with that needle. I'm seeing that needle coming at me. I'm hoping tomorrow is it. Here we go. Ever-bearing mulberry trees. You've only that's just your homestead is 5 acres, because it looks like you're farming a lot more than 5 acres. Nick, you gotta and maybe just camera angles and stuff. It looks a lot bigger, but it does look quite a bit bigger. So mulberry. I've never had mulberries, but everybody says they're incredible. Our raspberries that we've got wild in the woods are looking awesome. And it won't be long, they'll be ripe. And today I'm out planting, and I looked over, and a robin lands and starts chewing. And I thought, we're not going to get any raspberries.
Nope. If we're ever going to want any of those, we're going to have to put nets over them.
Yeah, something, or fence them in some way to keep the birds out. Yeah. If anybody had their link missed, let Lisa know, and she can put you back up. Some people were asking for, and tonight might be a bad night. Maybe the next one we'll do it as well. But just people had some questions that they want to throw out to the group for chickens, since we've kind of become the chicken thing. So if there's any chicken questions, throw them out here. Wild plums.
Oh,
I've been craving some fruit lately. I don't know why. I'm not a big fruit eater, but it's like, yeah, I could go for apricot or a peach. And I don't know what it is. Okay, just the homestead site is the 5 acres. Okay, and hopefully the mulberry obviously survived the tornado. Didn't have anything fly through. You had some big pieces of machinery flying around during that tornado. It's just, the damage. Check out Larson Farms, gang, if you want to, and truly appreciate what you've got, in a heartbeat, what weather can do to your homestead. I feel for you. Kim, you got lots of questions. Throw them out, because we've got a lot of chicken owners on here who've got a lot of good experience. So you probably ask one of the questions we've asked, or something we've always wondered too. I'm trying to think of what I'm looking for. Last year it went really well. We combined our flocks. We had girls from 2 years ago and last year's chicks that grew up last summer, and actually bringing them together was pretty darn easy.
yeah. Because what we started doing is once everybody was on the same feed, then we let them all mingle within the yard.
And at night they
would just go wherever they wanted to. Most of them went back to where they've been used to roosting. Towards the end, we had a couple of the 2-year-olds now starting to roost in with the 1-year-olds now. And then it was more out of necessity that we finally moved everybody, because
winter's coming.
Yeah.
Actually,
the weather coming that we needed to.
The outdoor coop where the littles are right now, and you'll see it on a video coming up. That's where the bigs were last year, and the littles were growing up in the pole barn. Last year was the first year we used the pole barn for chickens, so all the littles were in there. And then when it came time to combine, the bigs moved from their place over to in with the littles. So that might have helped that the littles were established and the bigs were coming to town.
Yeah.
There were a few battles, but most of it.
But we had plenty of roosting space for everybody.
Yep.
So
Jennifer, smashed your thumb?
Ooh.
I hope not bad. I've done that with a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, boy. I hope you're okay. I get the willies when that. Chickens in the winter. Come on, Kim. We're just starting to get smaller days now. We don't need to use the W word. If you use the S word on here, if you talk snow, you're out. They don't need heat. No heat. Our girls are outside. Just don't seal them up so tight that they're giving off humidity. They're giving off moisture all night. Don't seal them up so tight that the moisture grows in there. Moisture equals frostbite. Yeah.
Keep them dry. They need ventilation. They need to be kept dry and away out of the elements. And then otherwise they'll do fine. Our
girls are outside and it was 25 below. When they've got a down jacket on. I mean, you've got birds. I know your breeds. You've got breeds that are winter tolerant. So that's what your Barred Plymouth Rock. They've got a nice fluffy backside. They've got a lot of down in there. That's feathers. You'll notice, they'll sit in September. They'll be sitting and they'll be on the roost like this. In December, they'll be fluffed up. They get air in with those feathers, fluff the feathers up. They got a nice down jacket. They got warm air in with them. If it gets really cold, they huddle next to their neighbor. And I've seen it even on the roost where literally a couple will put their wings out and it's like they're hugging each other. I couldn't get it on camera.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing we do too in the winter is we will feed them corn, cracked corn, because what that does is we'll do it right before we
Send them to bed.
send them to bed. Because as they're digesting that, then they're generating their own body heat to keep them warm overnight.
Yeah.
And then the deep litter.
You just, yep. And we do deep litter method. We put a video out last year. It was like 15 below outside, but in the deep litter on the ground, I think it was like 37. So that their droppings in with the carbon, which in our case was straw, and it was, 4 inches deep or 5 inches deep. It's decomposing, it's giving off heat, which heats the barn a little bit, but it's still darn cold in there. They're fine. You don't need a heat. What happens is if you heat your chickens up in a northern climate and all of a sudden your power goes out, now these girls are not used to heat or not used to the cold, and that shock, it kills them.
Yeah.
Our girls are winter tolerant. Now they're not going to go out in the snow and do all that. Our breeds, we bought breeds that will handle it. Some of these bald breeds or the ones we saw in Hawaii, they'd be done. It wouldn't work. So we only buy breeds that are winter tolerant. You've got the Barred Plymouth Rock. You're gonna be doing so well. You'll be fine. Talk to us before. We'll have you out and show you what we do. But you're gonna be just fine. How can I make my chicks grow quick?
He was asking that today.
Lisa, I wish I had that. 2 things. I wish I could get my girls to lay, about a month in. And 2, I wish they could go out and all they would eat is Creeping Charlie and dandelions.
You'd be happy.
Oh, actually, the young girls were eating a bunch of Creeping Charlie.
Yeah, they've all of a sudden loved it.
Thank you. Keep going, girls. We got too much of it in
our yard.
In our yard. I just let me see. Lisa, good point. The frostbite. You know what? On their combs, every year on the tip, if some of the girls have bigger combs, the very tips will get some frostbite.
Yeah.
Some people say put Vaseline on there. I'm not big. It's a petroleum product. There's a lot of blood up through there. We just keep ours. We don't do that. I don't want any petroleum on that. It could get into their system. I don't know if it does or not, so I don't do it. But usually, if they're going to get frostbite, it's because of moisture. And the only time I notice moisture is our girls at night will fluff their bodies and they will turn their head all the way around and stick their head into their back feathers. And so in the morning, you'll see this big line of frost on their back. And at first I was like, what in the heck is that? Then I started going in at night and kind of investigating. They're sticking their head in there and it's just their breathing and they're putting frost out. Well, their comb is just
we do if we've got
you stick your head down in your jacket or
if you've got a scarf on or something and you get that frosty.
We do in Minnesota. You guys down in Texas are going, what the heck are they talking about? But that's what it is. The moisture coming off. I'm sure they're being stuck down in their feathers all night, and they get a little accumulation of some moisture on there, and they do get a little frostbite. They're not the worst for wear come summer, so they seem to be just fine.
Yeah, and with their feet, if they've got the bare legs with their feet, they sit on them and they're tucked up underneath. That's where the wider roof bars are nice that we've got. So they've got a good flat.
Yeah, I don't have the little bar. I don't like that. Chickens sit 3-point stance. They're 2 feet and their breastbone. So the 2 feet and then behind the breastbone, there's the 3 points of contact. They're able to sit on that and keep their feet flat in the winter and fluff their feathers over it. If they're holding on, they can't fluff their feathers completely over and their toes are exposed to the elements. So that's why I like our 2x4 construction as well. 2x4s sideways, not
the 4-inch length. Not the
4-inch on the top. So I don't know. Hopefully I'm explaining that right. I'm passionate about that. I want to keep a lot of chickens, and Minnesota is challenging. So There it is. Did I miss something on revenue? Okay, Jennifer, we don't sell many eggs. Let's see. Yeah, farm.
Yep.
And we. That's why I'm big on numbers, Jennifer. I consider each part of our farm kind of its own little business, and the chickens are a business. So it's like right now I'm spending money on food for the littles, and they're not producing any revenue. The bigs are having to offset that, and so if I get a girl with a broken leg, and I just lost one possibly to a predator the other day, now I'm down 2 eggs a day. Well, 2 eggs a day. Anytime I lose a girl, I figure she's got the value of $100. Our eggs right now are selling for $5 a dozen. I can probably get about 20 dozen per chicken from each one. So each bird's worth $100. So I really value them and try to take care of them because I got, I don't know, 40 girls laying right now. I got 80 chickens out there. It's $8,000 worth of revenue. Let's see. What's coming up? Yep. There you go. It's the same thing. Same thing. Those icicles hanging.
Yeah.
You're breathing, or you come in with the scarf and it's caked with ice or something. Wide way up. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Those perches are, that's the way to go. There you go. Companies here. Thanks, Jennifer, for joining us. Appreciate you jumping in. Hope you have fun with the company. Let's see.
Lisa, she's got white leghorns with huge combs, and they do great because they do tuck their heads under their wings.
Oh, and here's something from Lisa. Sorry, I missed this. Bag balm.
Okay.
Okay, and Lisa, is that not a petroleum product? I just, and I feel funny putting something like that on one of my girls, not knowing if it would soak in or not. So, and they just don't want it in their system. So it's just, oh, and I might have missed Annette, Annie's Kitchen. Annette, welcome. Sorry to miss you. I'm talking, and the what else did I miss? Can you give mealworms and other treats?
Once they start getting a little grit or something for in their crop.
But
yeah, that's a couple of weeks.
Yours are a couple of weeks, and another week throw a dandelion in there, and once they're, I don't know, 3-4 weeks old, they're going to be finding bugs anyway. So if you find, I wouldn't say throw June bugs at them, but you find little crickets are out now. Chickens love crickets. Yeah. I in the pole barn. You wanna drive that? I'll just talk, which I do best at. I took a big lid from a Rubbermaid container. The lid's it's like 3 feet by 2 feet and an inch tall. And I would put that upside down on the ground in the pole barn every night. And in the morning, we'd have a grand reveal party. And I'd take that lid off. Well, during the night, 6 or 8 or 10 crickets would get under there. All of a sudden, I take that off, and they're exposed. So they start jumping around. The chickens go nuts, and they're chasing them down. And
well, you had like 2 or 3 that regularly would follow you until you lifted the lid.
they knew what was coming, and they knew some little cricket treats are under there, and that's good protein. So do that. If you got an old lid sitting around, I've got mine still sitting from last year. That's getting ready to go down. The crickets are here. I've seen them out in the garden. And the grasshoppers are about a 1/2 inch long. So they're not ready. Another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll be into crickets.
Yeah. So they had
lost a few toes. And maybe they were not the variety that, I mean, you get some funky weather in Oklahoma. It can be darn cold, and they're not used to it. And then it's scorching hot. So to have a breed that does both, I don't know the breed, but yeah, it could be just how they were sitting on the roost. They didn't know how to roost and fluff their feathers, or they didn't have enough feathers to fluff without knowing the breed. That's a tough one. I don't know if you had to put them down or not. Yeah. Oh, hit Larson. We're selling our eggs. They were $4 a dozen, and our costs had gone up. And we held off on raising our prices. I would say sorry.
Yeah.
We had held off on raising our prices to our customer, and our customer said, "Well, when are you going to raise your prices to us?" I said, "Okay, $5 a dozen," and no one has blinked.
Yeah.
So I figure about 20 dozen per girl. So each girl's worth about $100. Thinking about it just strictly as a business, and then you can back into, okay, what can I spend on feed? Because our feed went from $18.99 to $23.99 for 50-pound bag. Now it's come down
To $20.99.
Was it 20
Yeah.
$20.99 or $21.99? But so it's come down a little bit, thank God. Because that's at one point it was like at $4 a dozen, and the increased prices, it had gone up 25%. We were about break even. It's like, I don't
Yeah.
want to have chickens to break even. I'd like to make a few bucks so you can throw it into, some upgrades for the coop or more girls.
Mhm. There we
So
go.
it's fun. Hey, Courtney, nice to have you join us. Selling quail, hatching eggs just for the month. All right.
That's one way to do it.
Quail baby chicks. Okay. I'm not a quail guy. There were people at a farmer's market really pushing quail on me last year. And I said, well, why? Wow. Oh, it's just as good as a chicken. And this, I thought, well, it's just as good as a chicken, but I got to break 2 eggs instead of 1. And I don't know. So I wasn't sold on. It's like buying peacocks. I still haven't seen they're loud. I don't know if I don't know if I do that. So it's what was it? $3 a dozen for?
No, they're selling their chicks.
No. Oh, a chick. Okay.
Yeah.
$4 a dozen. Okay. Yep. And with prices of everything going up, maybe if you haven't raised your prices, see if you can get $5 a dozen.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the quality they're getting from our eggs.
Yeah. Well, I'm the egg dealer, and everybody was like wondering, so are you going to raise your prices? Are you going to raise your prices? And so they more than expected it with the way things are right now.
There's Lisa.
Yeah.
Hit that comment. Okay, the bag balm. It soaks in the comb and moisturizes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sounds like Vidal Sassoon. It soaks in and it moisturizes your comb.
Well, even like your hands, they get dried out and they're more apt to getting injured. So I can see that with the combs too.
Yep, and those things, there's a lot of blood in there. Those things are bright red. And it is funny. You notice that as you've got younger chicks coming up, just kind of how yellowish or light orange that comb is. And then when they're ready to lay, boom, bright red. And, then they're off to the races. When I do that, Kim threw some chick grit in. That's good. Yep. We've never done grit. In our little, we used one of those cattle trough. And we used that to put the chicks in when they were very small. And I just made a little hole in the corner and put a bunch of sand in there so they could dust bathe. They could be using that for grit, all sorts of uses for it. Yeah. I've never given them grit. They go out and peck our driveway. They take all the little pieces of sand out of the driveway and then deposit the sand all over the yard. Hey, Devil Dog, how are you? Thanks, Eddie, for joining us. Good to see you. Yeah, ventilation is key. Any of that, ventilation is absolutely key to keeping them through the winter. Misty, a couple of quail just as pets. I'd like more. I don't know if quail math is the same as chicken math, Misty. Chicken math, we bought 30 this spring, and then I happened to go up to the store and was like, what's 10 more?
Yep.
Now all of a sudden we've got 80.
Well, we ordered 20. He came home and said that wasn't enough, made me go up and get 10 more. And then 2 weeks later, got 10 more.
If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do it right. And let's see, we didn't. There you go. Lisa, that tells me that you've got customers who know exactly
They
the
know what they're
quality. There you go. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome, welcome to our live. We're doing some chickens as usual. Lisa, they know the quality they're getting. They know how you handle your girls. They know what they're getting, and that's why they're throwing extra money. Let me see. The arm 2 weeks are cold. Yep.
Yeah.
Deep bedding. Yep. I'm sold on one. I don't want to be out there. It's cold going outside for us. I don't want to be out there in January or mid-February cleaning out the coop.
Yeah.
So starting in October, we're putting hay down. They're dropping, putting more hay down. The girls love it. That's a way for them to spend the afternoon. You break up a bale of hay. They love it. They love
Especially
me.
since they don't want to go outside, and on some of the colder, windier days, we don't even open the door to the pole barn. We find things to keep them occupied.
You know what? We have never used DE. Never.
Mm-mm.
A lot of people use that, mix it in. We've never used it. I don't know if we're doing if we've been lucky and just avoided.
I think with the high ceiling in there too, and
I don't know. We do a lot of clean requests for peanut brittle yesterday. Wow.
There you go.
Candy, you know what? Hey, however you can supplement your income, Gwen, God bless you. You know what? If you can get into the peanut brittle business and turn something, those you start making that, and right around the holidays, that stuff, I bet you that's gold. And Sweet Barn Lime is my best friend. Lisa, I'd love to talk to you to see if I'm missing out, if we're missing out on something by not using DE.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Kim's asking to use hay, not shredded pine. We use hay, isn't it cheaper? Or the straw?
Let's see. Sweet Barn Lime.
Okay.
We use straw. We use straw. I keep saying it wrong. I've said it wrong in a couple of videos where I said we use hay. We buy straw. And when they're younger, they can eat pieces of straw enough and impact their crop. Now, we have yet to have that where it's impacted. There's nothing going to get through there. We've not had that. Our young girls, until they are of laying age, all they've got are wood shavings, pine shavings.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's where they are now in their coop. When they're out in the pole barn, I can't put down 5-6 inches of pine shavings. We'd never make money.
No.
So a good bale of straw, or a couple of them, we usually keep 2 or 3 around. They jump on a few and use it for jumping around and playing. But then we break one open every week and spread it around.
Well, we let them spread it around too.
Yep. We'll break it into 5 pieces, but then they'll kick it around and spread it on top of all the poop and stuff and start that deep litter method. But we use straw, and it's worked
done well,
great.
Yeah.
It's worked great for us.
So
we do find we've got sparrows that get into the pole barn, and we find that they pick it up and pack it in everywhere. So we find little nests and stuff. Let's see. Lisa, my girls are not around to breathe it in.
Yeah.
So while they're out free ranging. Okay. Yep.
John's there.
John's in here?
Yep.
Hey. Happy Independence Day, Mr. South Korea. Hope you're let's see. It's already Monday there. It's already July 4th. Happy Independence Day, John. Thanks for all you and your military folk over there watching the DMZ. Thank everybody over there for their service. Hopefully you're going to have some good Korean food to celebrate Independence Day. Okay, add DE to the feed and a few other dust baths.
Okay.
Like to hear about that a little more. Love to. It's just something we've never used, and maybe just didn't know about it. And so far, we've been good.
Yeah.
Glenda, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I know it's a big day for you, and hopefully you're enjoying Independence Day weekend as well. We're talking chickens. Surprise, surprise. We're getting some great questions, some great discussion. I'm learning as much as throwing things out. Straw works well. Yep, they'll dig around it. They love digging around in it.
Yeah.
We'll
They're
literally.
always finding new little seeds and stuff in there too that they've missed from before.
There might be one more seed I better scratch, and we'll take the bale, the bale, and break it into 4 or 5 inch chunks and set them around in different parts, so it spreads the girls out, so they're not competing with each other. So the lower on the rung can get in there.
There's video out there too, I believe, of when you open up a bale and you could just hear the happy.
Our video, it's like 4 minutes of chicken therapy, I think, and it was just something the girls. We brought out a bale of straw, broke it out into pieces, and the girls, like Holly said, they're scratching and they're
just happy noises and totally.
Watch that, and you'll see the effect of straw.
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's funny to watch. And Kim, we've got a local feed store where we go and get our feed, and they've got a trailer in back that's full of bales of straw, and usually we'll go up and get two, 3, 4 of them. It just depends on the time of year. I hate carrying those in winter, so I'd rather do one time of carrying them versus 3. So, hay is awful. I agree as well. Hay has got a lot of stuff in it, and I don't know what's all in there. The straw is really good for stratifying in with that. In with their droppings. It's a great carbon source to mix with their nitrogen in their droppings, and there's your compost. Once we clean it out in the spring, wow, you've got some garden gold. If you garden a lot, there's your garden gold for the whole winter. So, or for the whole summer. I missed one.
I don't know if Tractor Supply sells it or not. Either that or just some of the small towns. Maybe a farmer's got some straw or something too.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have a Tractor Supply right near us. It's about a half an hour away, and I don't remember them having straw. They might.
Yeah. Actually, I have seen like compressed things of straw.
It's wasting of hay. And I don't know, maybe hay is a lot more expensive than straw. What's a bale of straw? Is it $5 or something?
Okay, yeah.
And it is extra expense when you're looking at the business of your chicken business. $5 is $5, but you know what? In the middle of winter, when there's not a lot for those girls to do, $5 for hours, they're pecking through that and scratching that and spreading it across the entire barn.
Hours of entertainment for the girls to keep them from pecking at each other.
Yep. And happy girls lay happy eggs and lay a lot of eggs during the winter. So there it is. We had mites in one of the hay bales.
Ouch.
They can have to get rid of the mites.
Well, the dust and everything is there.
Yep,
sure.
There is dust in there. There's dust no matter what you do with chickens. Oh my gosh. How far did I just jump ahead here? Let's see. I'm trying to keep up. There's so many good comments. Holds about 10 birds. Sand in the coop. You know what? I've heard a lot of talk about sand and then just having a scoop, like a cat scoop, to take the poop out, and the sand stays. So that's a great thing. If you're using sand with the droppings, it's ease of taking it out. In the northern climates, you won't get that breakdown. You won't get that deep litter method to give off heat in the winter. So there's pros and cons to everything, and it all depends on where you live, what your what your situation is.
Those hay bags, Yogi Hollow. Yeah, our neighbor uses the hay bags as well for her horses.
Yep.
And she said that it helps them to slow down on their eating.
There you go. The copper. I heard a little bit about that. I need to look just the stock tanks, putting copper in it to help keep the water a little more clean. Copper Moran. I may take you up on that. I have been really looking at rabbits, and just raising rabbits as a meat source. I need to do a little more research. I need to just look at where would I put them. I've got the big barn that the girls are in. Could I have them cohabitate and coexist? That's the hard thing without building another structure. I want to, if I want to do it, I want to do it right. And it does lock us down a little more. So trying to just find someone to help with the chickens for vacation time. Now it would be rabbits and chickens. So it just adds another layer, but I may take you up on that. That's a nice offer. I did yesterday morning. I'm sitting in my office. I'm working on stuff. I see something out the corner of my eye, and here's Mama Rabbit and her someone running down the road. Darn it. Got my 22 out. They saw me and bolted out of there. So shoot. That was, I didn't shoot. So, whoops.
Okay.
Glenda gets it from Lowe's.
Nice. And then Wyndham Wheat Life, they said Facebook Marketplace or local Facebook groups.
It does rabbit all day long. Where was it?
Up a little bit.
Up a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, what was the comment if you read it? I'm sorry.
Oh, ooh,
sorry about that.
right there. Up that one. Down.
This one?
Yep.
What's that?
Yeah. Marketplace, Lisa. And yeah, Facebook is a great resource.
I bet you Craigslist. I've been able to move a lot of stuff on Craigslist. We got rid of 9 Buff Orpington hens that just wanted to be mothers, and we put it on Craigslist, and they were snatched up within 3 days, I think.
Yeah, we got pictures from one of the gals that got a couple of our hens, and she's got a brood of, what did I see in there? Almost a dozen little ones.
Yep.
So she's.
Let's see, for rabbits, 8 weeks instead of year-round feeding and much more meat. Wait, what did I miss then? What's meat chickens? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
meat chickens. Okay, 8 weeks instead of
Yep.
meat and much more meat than rabbits. The one thing that on the other side of that, Gwen, being in Minnesota, I having meat chickens. There's only a season. I'm kind of this April to October. Or half the year, somewhere in there, late April to late September, somewhere in there where you can have meat chickens here. So rabbits are a year-round thing. So I think that's probably the offset for the northern climate. So, check this out.
Lisa.
Big score. 10 cases of bread.
That's really good.
Wow. Where was that at? If it's I mean, it was at a Walmart thing. I'd love to find out. We're trying to do an inventory. We're trying to think through because things are starting to pop now. Our peas, it's like, okay, peas are coming. What are we going to do with them? What do we have the infrastructure? Yeah, there you go, Kim. Yes,
I agree.
for sure.
Yeah.
I made sure we were both here when the potential Craigslist axe murderer came over to get the Buff Orpington. So
Yep.
I get it. Craigslist has got some.
Yep. And Lisa said she got hers on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace again. Yep. So I
There you
say
go.
that's the new
Okay.
Craigslist, new way to find things.
And is that better for not having creepy
Yeah.
guys? Okay.
Yeah, because they're more moderated. They have
Okay.
people monitoring who's on there and what's being posted.
Brand new,
Sure.
59 cents. Good. I do look for that out on Craigslist and some other
Mhm.
places, thinking, okay, someone's, an estate sale or something, and could we grab some jars and lids and such?
Yeah.
Because it is hard. It's hard finding them out in the wild. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
There's just there's not a lot around. So let's see. It is. You know what? Holly's giving me the sign. We usually try to go an hour, and we're at an hour and 20 here. So why don't we just go a couple more minutes? Just let it wind down. Whoops.
Yep.
Main police stations offer. Oh, great, Glenda! Awesome. Yeah, they do that here too. I should have said that.
Yeah.
Go in their parking lot, then you're all on. We did it here. I didn't want to bring my chickens to a police place, and I felt pretty good. And Hollywood,
Yeah.
one was a young kid getting it up in, and one was a gal. I didn't feel very threatened on that. So the other one, it all worked out. They went to good homes. So
Yep.
let's see. Go to Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. Yeah, everybody seems to have.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Gwen's got it. Everybody, thanks for jumping in on our live here. We're going to stick with the every 2 weeks. I was looking at, like I said earlier, Independence Day and having a homestead and all that, and being independent and growing your own stuff and producing your own food and kind of being out on your own, so to speak. Even though we've got this great community here that we rely on quite a bit. I hope everybody enjoys their Independence Day tomorrow, that extra day off, get some things done in the yard, in the garden, take time to relax with the ones you love and enjoy. So thanks for joining us. Enjoy those fireworks. We're going to go watch the fireworks, and hopefully it'll happen. If we're gonna get rain, it's gonna be at 10 o'clock tomorrow night when the fireworks are gonna go off.
Yep.
We haven't had rain in a month, so our little 1-year anniversary on getting engaged. So we'll go enjoy the fireworks. All right, everybody, have a great Independence Day, and thanks again for joining us.
Good night, everybody.
Take care. Bye.